So there's a new variant of the thing that we can't talk about, but you know, if we talk about variants, you know what we're talking about. Well, are you going to get a booster thing for the new variant, for the thing we can't talk about on YouTube? What do you think? Let's just have a listen to someone on the radio who's like bigging up the new things that we can get for the new variant. Sorry, I just can't say. This is Paul from the future. What I'm trying to explain here is that this doctor's going to try and scare you, convince you into taking the vaccine, but halfway through the video we go and listen to some calls to 6:40 a.m. where you guys, nobody calls in, nobody wants the vaccine. Okay, carry on. Okay, let's have a listen.
So, when they focused on vaccinations today, and they specifically talked about the fact that Moderna, their vaccine is called Spikevax, is a newly approved vaccine against COVID-19. It's focused on, the latest sort of Omicron variants that have been circulating in the community. It's just a good reminder as to, what is the purpose of vaccinating against COVID-19? What we're really trying to do is decrease the risk of severe outcomes, hospitalizations, even death, people getting really sick. And the focus today was really saying that those at the highest risk, we should really be prioritizing. So people that are pregnant, people that are over age 65, those with chronic diseases like, let's say, diabetes, people that have compromised immune systems, and those that are in congregate settings. So, like long-term care. I work in nursing home settings as part of my family practice. These are very frail seniors. And we want to make sure that the most vulnerable aren't getting really sick. And on top of that, as Canadians and whether you live in Ontario or elsewhere, we want to come together as a community and remind each other that our current health care system is still pretty fragile, right? We've got staffing issues. Our hospitals are still sort of working overtime to catch up on a lot of conditions that were delayed by the pandemic. People not getting the care they needed timely because we were so focused on COVID during those really high waves. We don't want people getting sick and flooding the emergency room. So the vaccination piece is really a reminder that it will just be less people getting sick, and we want to protect those that are the most vulnerable.
You see, that's where I disagree, because I'm sure I've been reading and seeing and watching the people from having the thing have had issues with their you know what I mean? You get what I mean. And also, I'm pretty sure that we're not going to have to worry about any lockdowns, because there's no one that I know is going to tolerate lockdowns, especially in Canada. 100%. No one's going to tolerate that anymore.
I would 100% agree that coming on the show, my purpose was not to make people freak out. It was not to make people panic at all. This is really about and again, I'm not here to talk about lockdowns. Mm-hmm. As a family doctor, I'm really here to talk about how we can all stay as healthy as possible. But this is really just a reminder that the winter is coming. People move indoors. Aside from COVID-19, there's a lot of other respiratory illnesses that float around every year that I think we only started to pay even more close attention to because of all the attention on the pandemic. So, for instance, influenza or the flu. There is a vaccine for that every year that's free. That will also help decrease your chance of getting that and getting really sick and having to miss work and social events, etc. There are the fact that there's RSV coming and the common cold. So as you said, washing your hands, staying home when you're sick, masking if you have symptoms, all of the things that inherently will protect us. It's just a good reminder that all that stuff is probably coming back. Yeah. But yes, I don't think we should be panicking at this point.
Okay, that's enough of him. Let's go and take some calls and see what the public and people of the world, well, Canada, have to say about this. Sunny now.
I've had 3 shots and I don't plan on taking any more. People have had 5 shots and they still get COVID. So that's my rationale.
So I do believe actually the idea of the vaccine is it doesn't stop you from getting COVID thing, but it does make these symptoms less, apparently. But it also has other side effects that, you you've got to take that gamble whether you want those side effects or you want whatever protection there is from whatever you're going to get. I don't know. It's, you know, I'm not a gambling person, so personally, no, I won't be doing it. But let's see if this next caller is going to take the shot.
Yeah, hell say you, John. No, there'll be no vaccinations for this middle-aged man. No, I wasn't vaccinated to begin with. Just full disclosure. Never sick. It's still under emergency use authorization. There are no trials, and the manufacturers are still held harmless if there's any damage to human life. So isn't that a big red flag for everybody? Not only that, John, on the CDC website, it says that if you got your first shots, you're more likely to get this new variant. I don't know how much it's going to take before people, but maybe it's happening now, John. I don't know. I'm trying not to sound like a crazy man, but all the points I've mentioned are very relevant.
I say hell no to the vaccine. And anybody who takes that vaccine is stupid.
This was a very sad call, so just I'll leave it on anyway.
Why is that?
Well, first, my dad took the vaccine because he wanted to come back home for the summer because he was down in the States. He took the vaccine. He immediately got cancer. So then he went for his chemo. They told him you need to get your second shot, third shot, whatever he was on. And then he went back for his checkup for his cancer. They said, oh, cancer's fine. He went back for another checkup. They said, oh, you have COVID. So then they stuffed him into a nursing home where they left him for 7 days and never seen my dad again.
And then finally, Toronto's music guy calls up, and he was at the Peter Gabriel concert. So we'll finish off with what he's got to say.
I'm not going to get vaccinated again. I got my 2 shots dutifully, and that's enough for me. And besides, I live at Main and Danforth. If I don't have the highest natural immunity going, I don't know who does. But you know what? I was at Peter Gabriel's show last night at the Scotiabank Arena, and all these people had masks on, and when they were asked to sing along with Sledgehammer and Biko, they couldn't be heard.
So it's strange, really. We had all them calls. I listened to, that was from 2 call shows. So there was one call show had about 3 calls, and the other call show had about 5 or 6 calls later on in the afternoon. And through all them calls, we didn't get one call, not one, of anybody, or even a text or an email to the 6:40 a.m. show that said that they were going to take the new V thing, right? Not one. That shows you that people are very, very hesitant now to take anything like that. What do you think? Are you gonna take it? Are you not gonna take it? Just leave us a comment. Till next time, guys.